you've ever experienced tennis elbow, then you know how agitating it can be. But did you know that it's much easier to address than you might think? I'm Dr. Jacinta from Open Space Healing, Fremantle's hub for all things chiropractic wellness. And in today's video, we'll be discussing 4 rehabilitation exercises that you can do to reduce your tennis elbow pain. Now you might be wondering what tennis elbow is. It's also commonly known as lateral epicondylitis. So what that means is that there's a tendon that attaches your flexors, so your wrist muscles, onto the knobbly bit of your elbow on the outside, and that tendon is what gets inflamed when you have tennis elbow. This can cause you pain and discomfort, sometimes even a local swelling at the area. Also, you might be experiencing pain that comes down your forearm and into your hand. And this can make daily activities like shaking someone's hand, picking up a bag, getting on the tools or working at your computer much more difficult. So the first exercise is to stretch your flexor muscles, so the muscles here at the front. So what you want to do is you can kneel comfortably, or if you have bad knees, you can actually do this standing on a desk or something similar. With outstretched fingers, palms to the floor, straight elbows, and then leaning back into your heels. And you should start to feel a stretch at the front of your forearm there. Go ahead and hold this for 20 seconds or so and repeat that 2 to 3 times a day. The second exercise or stretch is to stretch out that forearm muscle, the extensor muscle, so that it can take that pressure off the tendon that's attaching to your elbow. And you do it quite similarly, whereby you pop your hands back on the floor, but this time you put your palms to the floor, this back palm. Put them down to the ground, and then again, you can lean back into your heels, and you should feel that stretch at the front of your arm now. Again, holding for 20 seconds, 2 to 3 times a day. The next exercise is probably the most important. So this is an exercise to eccentrically stretch the tendon that's attaching to your arm. So what you need first is a 1 to 2 kilo weight, or you can just grab something from your house that's the same. So I've got a jar of buckwheat here, which works a treat. You get a chair or something similar. Put your hand so that it's just slightly hanging off the chair. Then with your other hand, you help your wrist move up, and then take your hand away and slowly flex the wrist. Again, helping that hand up and slowly flex the wrist. Repeating that 10 to 15 times, 3 to 4 times a day. The last tip is to set up your workstation to protect your wrist and your elbow. So quite often we have clients that have this issue because they're using a mouse at work throughout the day. And if we use the mouse here, can you see how there is a bend through my wrist? This puts a contraction through this muscle that then pulls on that tendon and makes your tennis elbow worse. So what you want to do is really simple. You can grab something like a rolled up half a toilet roll like this, and just pop that under your wrist, and then go ahead and do your work. And you will see how that will straighten out my wrist straight away. Now, if you don't want to use a toilet roll, then we've got one better than that, and that is a mouse pad with a built-in elevation. And so you can grab these online or from your local store. Again, quite similarly, you can rest your wrist on that pad and then go ahead and use your mouse to protect your wrist and your elbow. So that's it from me today. Go ahead and share this video with your friends and family if they're suffering with tennis elbow. And of course, leave us a comment in the comment section below. This is Dr. Jacinta from Open Space Healing. Bye for now.